How much are gym memberships, and does the price matter when it comes to getting in shape? Welcome to Realistic Bodybuilding, where we are realistic bodybuilders and I don't try and sell or push any products. I just give you the honest truth about what you need to know. Subscribe if you want more real, authentic content like this. It really helps. Let's get into it. If I may reassure you before we begin, no, you do not need to spend hundreds of dollars a month to get a good looking body. In fact, most people don't know it, but the famous bodybuilders you think of like Arnold didn't have the big expensive gyms we have today. Truthfully, some of the gyms that they would call the best are way worse than any of the bad gyms we have around today. As a matter of fact, gyms weren't a huge thing until very recently. So don't worry, you won't need to spend a ton of money on an expensive gym if you're looking to get in shape. In fact, for most of my bodybuilding career and most bodybuilders I know, we've often spent somewhere from $20 to $50 a month for a gym. If you're looking to get in shape, you don't have to worry about breaking the bank. Side note, investing into your health saves so much money in medical bills down the line. It makes your life a million times better and you only get one life, so this small investment is totally worth it. Now that doesn't mean all gyms are created equal. Some gyms just suck, so I'll be telling you what to look for in these gyms throughout the video and showing you the benefits you may get from going to a more expensive gym. Then you can decide if you want to spend your money on those higher end gyms or if you just want to stick with the basics. Honestly, you can't go wrong either way, but I want to make this video quick, so let's get into it. We're dividing the gyms into 3 tiers: cheap, average, and expensive gyms. This is what types of gyms will fit into those categories and what their prices kind of look like. At cheap, you're going to have gyms like Planet Fitness with their famous $10 a month membership. This also includes other cheap gyms such as Crunch Fitness, which has been very popular and popping up everywhere in the US lately. That also starts about 10 to 15 bucks a month. All of this depends on location again, guys. In the average category, we have gyms like Anytime Fitness, Snap Fitness, LA Fitness. Pricing depends on location, but most Anytime Fitness or Snap Fitness locations will be around 40 to 50 a month. LA Fitness is usually just a little bit higher, but they usually do have like a pool and are bigger, so whatever. In the expensive category, we have those famous Hollywood gyms like Equinox or Lifetime Fitness. Equinox usually costs about $300 per month depending on location, and Lifetime Fitness can usually cost $140 to $200 a month depending on location as well. So let's start at the basics. The cheap category. How much are these gyms and what does it get you? Well, the cheap gyms aren't actually bad at all, which is surprising to most. In fact, most people that are looking to just tone up or lose some fat may benefit from just having a simple $10 Planet Fitness membership. What you need at a gym to reach your goals is going to be different than anyone else, but for the most part, most people are looking for 3 simple main things in every gym. Dumbbells, which are just the small weights you pick up. You probably know these from like curls you've seen in movies. At number 2, we have barbells, which are weights you pick up that you can add a lot of weight to. You've seen this before, like if you've seen a squat or a bench press in movies, like this is what they use. And lastly, most people just want some cardio equipment, which is like a treadmill or like a stationary bike, you can bike in place. And honestly, 99% of cheap gyms will have these. The only exception is that some Planet Fitness locations usually won't have the barbells, but many people don't even really need that unless you're really trying to get super strong or a ton of muscle. And if you're really into building a lot of muscle, you just might want to go to Crunch Fitness instead of Planet Fitness. But for most people's goals, Planet Fitness works great. Now, these cheaper gyms don't really offer anything else besides the basic equipment, and honestly, nothing is wrong with that. If you're just trying to get in shape, what's the point of spending a ton of money on it? So with that in mind, what's so good about the average or expensive gyms? Well, with the average costing gyms, you typically have more equipment, bigger space, and some amenities like free towels or showers. Usually though, most people are attracted to these gyms as they'll have more machines and weightlifting specialized equipment. These gyms are often better for those looking to build like solid muscle, like if you're looking for more like bodybuilding or like powerlifting. I know what you're thinking, Tommy, can't you just do that at basic gyms? Well, yes, but the average cost gyms just make it easier and less time consuming. The main difference is that the average cost gyms have more machines. It sounds more complicated than it is. You've seen like 100 of these. It's like a bicep curl machine or a chest press machine. Basic gyms just won't have like a ton of these, but the average cost gyms will have a lot more for every workout, meaning you'll spend less time trying to set it up on the barbell or dumbbell. And plus, with more space and equipment, it's usually less waiting around for others and less cramped. It's a step up, but nothing crazy. Most bodybuilders would choose this one. I've been a member of Anytime Fitness for years and I love it. And it's nothing expensive and it has great options for me to get a great workout in, done, and efficiently. So if you're looking to have more space, save some more time, and have more options available to work out with, you might want to look into this category of gyms. Finally made it. So what's the point of these $300 a month gyms? Simply put, amenities. It's like a flight. If you're flying Spirit, you're just getting there in one piece. If you're flying like Delta, you know, you're gonna have food and stuff on board. It's kind of the same thing here. The basic gyms are doing what they're supposed to do, but the more expensive ones have the amenities, and the amenities here are gonna be those huge pools, those hot tubs, those spas, saunas. They'll also just have a lot more workout equipment. Some higher end gyms like Equinox put less of a focus on like pools and instead put a ton of money to like personal trainers, big locker rooms, or cutting edge workout equipment designed to help athletes better their game or mobility. Most of these expensive gyms have personal trainers and classes throughout the day, including yoga, Pilates, all that fun stuff. So if you're into that, this might be something worthwhile. That's where most of the cost comes in. Aside from that, they just typically look a lot nicer. I'm sure you know many gyms have a vibe of being in someone's warehouse, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's a place you're gonna sweat at, so there's no need to be fancy. But these higher end gyms usually have a much cleaner and modern design, and some people like that more. But in all reality, most people are overpaying for these expensive gyms. Sure, they can be nice at times. I had a lifetime membership for a bit, and I did enjoy hitting the hot tub after a workout or having a ton of space, but for most people, it doesn't make sense financially. In fact, you won't even usually see those super big bodybuilders at expensive gyms just because they're not so much gyms anymore as they are lifestyle clubs. And nothing's wrong with that. If you want to use the pool or spa and pay extra, all power to you. It's a ton of fun. But many people are just interested in getting toned or putting on a lot of muscle without a huge cost associated to it, especially in this economy. So you might be saying, Tommy, which gym is for me? Well, if you're just trying to lose some weight, you know, if you're just trying to get in shape, you know, lose some belly fat, get some tone on the muscles, I just recommend going with one of the super cheap gyms. You can always visit them. For that stuff, you really don't even need to be spending a lot of money. Being able to just lift some dumbbells and run on a treadmill can do wonders for your health, and you won't have to break the bank at all. If you're looking to bodybuild or powerlift, I highly recommend just going with an average cost gym. I think the basic gyms are nice, and if you have to do that, that's fine. It's just, I think for bodybuilding and powerlifting, you're going to be spending so much more time at the gym than anybody else. You're going to be spending almost 2 hours a day, multiple days a week, and having other people crowd there or take your equipment can really add a ton of time to your workout. Having that extra equipment there so you can get your stuff done quicker, especially if you're like a powerlifter, you're going to be spending a lot of time in that rack, so you don't want to be that guy that's hogging up everything at the gym. If you're someone that's just looking for one of those lifestyle clubs to help unwind at, I totally recommend the expensive options. If you have a really stressful job or you got a lot going on and you want to get a workout in, clear your mind in the hot tub, swim in the pool for a bit, totally recommend it. My main point here, guys, is that as long as those gyms, which again 99% of gyms have this stuff, those dumbbells, that barbells, those cardio machines, as long as it has that, you can build muscle and reach your goals. But going up in money is just trying to save you time, give you more space, and give you some amenities. So if you're someone that wants to spend that extra money into getting into that hot tub, feel free to do it. But if you're brand new to the fitness world and you're just trying to tone up, don't think you have to spend a ton of money on a gym membership. Sure, there's benefits with it, but it's not going to make you any leaner. It's not going to get you any more muscle than anywhere else. I like the Anytime Fitness. You know, it's not crowded, it's big, it's got what I need. Like I said, guys, totally it's personal preference, but don't think that you need to pay more to get stronger or to have a better body or anything like that. All right, let's wrap up this video before I talk your ear off. Basically, you don't need to spend a ton of money on a gym membership. Spending more money doesn't get you any more muscle. But if you're looking to add some relaxation stuff like a pool or spa after your workout, or you're interested in workout classes, it's certainly nice to get one of the more expensive gym memberships. Honestly, it's not a bad deal at all. I liked Lifetime solely for the fact it kind of reminded me like a 5-star resort sometimes. They had fresh towels, soap, mouthwash, shaving supplies, and had a really nice design. But at the end of the day, I stick with my Anytime Fitness just because it's way closer, cheaper, and gets the job done at the end of the day. You can't go wrong with any option, but hopefully I helped you understand how much gym memberships are and what the differences are.